Hi, I'm Ruthie, owner of Defy the Status Quo, and you're listening to an episode of the Defiant Business Podcast, your Monday through Friday 10-minute shot of business knowledge. You don't have a lot of time, so I'm just going to jump right into it. Today, we are going to talk about the question, the eternal question of consultants and agencies everywhere. Where have all the great clients gone? Where are all the great clients? Isn't that the question? I see it on LinkedIn. I see it in Facebook groups. People in person ask me, they feel like there's, just this well, or, the well is run dry, or they're, looking around and everyone else is getting great clients, or seemingly so, and they're not. Like, revenue is low, things are not looking great. Do I need to get a job? Where are all the great clients? So, this doesn't account for the occasional lulls that we just see in our business, especially depending on the size of your business and how much of your workforce is devoted to that client work. So if every single person in your company works on client work, who is working on the business, right? So does that mean that you have people who work on client work who also double down and work on the business? And that is where you can run into issues because many business owners fail to consistently, market and work their sales, follow up on their leads. They fail to do that consistently. And so what this does is it causes bottlenecks in your sales pipeline, right? So think of a pipeline not made out of metal. This one, let's say it's made out of rubber, it can actually build up. And so you have portions of your pipeline that are bulky and clogged up because you have so many people at a particular step because you don't follow up, you don't help them move to the next step in terms of buying from you or not. So, people who aren't actually going to buy from you, but you don't actually have that committal yet, they clog up your pipeline too. They're borrowing mental energy and you need to get them out if, to make room and to make things move smoothly. So if the answer is yes, then that's great. We continue to move it forward. But what's the likelihood that it's yes? Is this work that you need? But failing to follow up is a serious reason why hot leads go warm and then warm leads go cold. And then it just doesn't make sense to follow up anymore. So you have to do it consistently. It's something you have to build into your routine. I advise that if you are one of those people with a dual hat, where you work in the business and on the business. So maybe you're not a solopreneur. Maybe you're a decent sized company, but your marketing department is tiny. So people take on collateral marketing duties or sales duties, whatever that is. Chart out, cut out like the first hour maybe of your day to do something related to that every single day before. Because if you say, oh, I'll do it after I take care of client work, you'll turn around and it'll be 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, whatever. And it's time to go, right? So you haven't done any of that you needed to do. But the key point here is that you need a healthy pipeline for a healthy business. And pipeline is just, cultivating that interest in your business. And whether that's referrals, you're using content marketing, whether, paid advertising, whatever it is, you're consistently doing it to get people to come into your company and work with you. And the other thing is that it'll help kind of keep your feast and famine cycles manageable. So feast is great. You want your feast cycle to be as big as it can possibly be, but your famine cycle, you don't want to ever have a time where you're earning $0. But that's what happens to some small companies and freelancers, solopreneurs. They have times where they're earning $0. Like they don't know where the next dollar is coming from. You don't want your business built that way. And having that healthy pipeline, the sales pipeline, is what keeps you from having that happen. You will have months that are lower than others, and that's to be expected, especially if you have a service business or a consulting business. But it shouldn't be zero. Nobody can live on zero, right? So not only can your business not survive on zero, but you can't live on zero. So sometimes it seems like all the great clients are gone, but it could be that you've relaxed your marketing and sales because you've got a lot of client work, which is great. So you're in a feast cycle, but don't let that feast cycle distract you from the necessary sales and marketing that you and your people need to do. But it could also be that you need to do something differently. Yep, you need to do something differently. And you're thinking, wait, Ruthie, no, this works so good for me. And my response has to be no. It did work so great for you. It did. But now maybe you need to do something different. Maybe what worked better to get these particular types of clients doesn't work as well now that you're seeking a slightly different kind of client. Maybe you've exhausted all of the easiest leads that you could possibly get with this particular source of clients. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's just that's over with. And how many? Let's think about it though. How many people have you added to your CRM recently? If you're experiencing a lull, right? Like say you're going down, famine cycle, you don't know where your next dollar's coming from. When was the last time you added somebody to your CRM? And you're like, Ruthie, what's a CRM? That's a customer relationship management tool. And if you're asking what a CRM is, you need to go get one. I use Agile CRM, and I think they're great. They are within the budget for a lot of businesses, and they have a lot of capabilities. But if you're asking what a CRM is, you need to go get one. This is how you manage and keep up with all of the people that you've spoken to, because you should be speaking with a lot of people, and that could be at events, that could be referrals. You need to keep track of all those, and you can't just keep them all in your head. That's, where businesses fail. They typically, something important dies off in somebody's mind. They forget, they don't attend to it. You have to get it documented in order to delegate it, right? So what about LinkedIn connections? How many LinkedIn connections have you added lately? And you're like, oh, I don't know. LinkedIn, haven't really been adding people on there. You should be. LinkedIn is a great place to connect with people, to make that initial outreach, to help them get to know you. Get on LinkedIn. When was the last time you attended a conference or an event? And if you regularly do attend events, let's say in your local area, when was the last time you went to a new one? New events typically mean new people. So if you're going to events and seeing the same faces and the same people all the time, not that that's not great for cultivating relationships, and growing relationships. You're seeing people consistently. They get used to seeing you. They trust you. They like you. But you also need to make new relationships. You need to meet new people. So when was the last time you went to a new event that you typically don't have on your calendar? I try to do that at least once a month, where I can meet new people and make new connections, or see current connections in a new environment. If that current connection goes and meets people at the same event, maybe if they've already attended before, they could introduce me to people that I don't yet know. This is a great opportunity. So new events, new people. But no matter what, you can't keep doing the same thing and expect different results. So if you have been doing the same types of marketing and sales and you're not getting the results you used to, you need to change it up. And this includes even with email marketing. You're thinking, Ruthie, I email new people all the time. All right, this ties back to my earlier point. Maybe the sorts of clients you're looking for now have changed since you first started using that strategy. So what works for some types of clients. Let's say I'm like, ooh, I need to get a new client. What if I offer a deal on blog posts? If you commit to 10 blog posts and you pay 50% upfront, I will give you 2 free. That works with a certain type of customer. It does not work with another type of customer. And if you've switched the type of customers that you are looking for, the types of clients that you are looking for, then that will not work for a good majority of them. Because for some clients, they're not concerned with the number. They're not concerned with how much it costs. They're concerned with results. So instead of leading with something like that, you need to lead with results that you got for a client. So you see how that would change? So even though, yeah, Ruthie would say, continue doing your email marketing, continue with that. But maybe you need to change your email. So you see, there's still something there that you need to change. All right. That's been an episode of the Defiant Business Podcast. And that's where all your great clients went. They went somewhere where you weren't looking. And it's tough. And it's really hard when you're in that position where you're like, no, you're wrong, Ruthie. You're wrong. The clients are just gone. They're not. They aren't. And you can do this, but you're going to have to do something different. And it's probably going to be something that's outside of your comfort zone. But if it doesn't scare you at least a little, you're not doing enough. So get out there, get a little scared, and do enough. I'll see you next time.